So I would request the technical team. We have started the recording at 6:30 and request the technical team to play the Global Educators video. The voice is not there.
Just a second, I'm resharing.
Yeah, now it was coming.
I'm resharing, just a second.
Namaste from India. A very good morning. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to one and all present here. I, on behalf of the team of Global Educators Fraternity, extend a warm welcome to all our keynote speakers, moderator, and our distinguished guests, and the august gathering present here with us today and watching us live on Facebook. I may not be able to address you individually, but a warm welcome to each one of you. Today's global dignitaries have joined to deliberate, discuss, and know more about Indonesia. Our today's deliberation will focus on rich cultural heritage of Indonesia. The culture of Indonesia is varied with its melting pot of colonial and immigrant influences, as well as its indigenous traditions from the Portuguese traders to the Dutch colonialists to Chinese, Indian, and Malay settlers. Indonesian culture is focused around the community. With a hierarchical structure, Indonesians believe in the concept of gotong royong, which is mutual assistance, and mufakat, consensus, and the national motto is Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, which is unity in diversity. Jam Carrot, Rubber Time highlights the cultural attitude that life should not be rushed. Everything has its time and place. Today, Dr. Mutmunia, a dynamic lecturer and a faculty at University A1 Asraya Manda West, will moderate the whole session along with her 5 speakers, but due to technical glitches, yes, I can see she has joined. So most welcome, Dr. Mutmunia, and it is over to you. Right time you joined in.
Okay. So, I'm really sorry I have electrical problem.
We all understand.
Okay, let's say welcome everybody. Hi, good evening from Indonesia. Namaste, mabuhay. Welcome to our international webinar, Kaleidoscope Around the World in 7 days, organized by Global Educator Fraternity. For today's session is about Indonesia or culture. Thank you to all of you, the participants who are attending in this event and then who are watching in Facebook Live. My name is Mutmainah. I am as a moderator today. I'm very happy to be with you. So I welcome to all of you. So the first agenda, I would like to introduce to all of you the founder of Global Educator Fraternity, Ms. Rasna Bim Rajka. She is co-founder of Global Educator Fraternity. She has many achievements. The first one is she is have a multiple record holder, World Book of Records London, worldwide top record, the Great Indian Book of Record. She is entrepreneur, social activities, influencer, co-author, international motivational speaker. She is also curriculum designer. She had designed more than 17 books. Wow, this is very amazing. She is being a part of many social and educational association. And then she had some of the award here, Dada Saheb Phalke Icon Award, International Progressive Women Award, and Innovative Learning Award by Education Council of India. So please give your welcome address, ma'am. Time is yours.
Dr. Mutmunia, we started on time, and since you logged out, so I have already welcomed and addressed my guests. So you can proceed with the mission and vision. So I would request the technical team
to
kindly play the mission and vision of Global Educators Fraternity. And we are also live on Facebook. No, it went off.
Okay, allow me to introduce to all of you what is our organization, Global Educator Fraternity. Next, Madhu. Yeah. GIF is an association that hankered to build global citizens around the globe to spread awareness in various aspects to make a better quality life. Over the like-minded people have joined hand in hand under one roof, which address to cater to the current issue in the education fraternity at a global level and yet responsible and responsive citizen. Next. Next, Mother, next. Yeah. Our aim of GIF is to mentor best practice and upgrade already established a practice to serve the community and meet the societal need. It aspires to promote education through various domains of learning such as cognitive and social emotion skill. Maju, next. Next. Maju. Next.
Mama, turn the next.
Our vision is to acquire skill and knowledge to promote sustainable development goals and to provide a network for expanding the spirit of creativity, innovation, and to prepare the young generation with values globally to make the world a better place. Next. Next. Yep. Okay, next. And then our mission, this is to nurture the global learner with introspection and adjuration with the guidance of the expert, to bring a revolution in the education fraternity, to achieve a long-term sagacious transformation and how citizens think and act, to develop the key competence needed in all the phases. Next. So this is our upcoming aspiration. A webinar and workshop for the betterment of learner and society at large to enhance the personal traits and professional skills of the citizen globally, to broaden the horizon of knowledge to underprivileged learners in less progressive zone, to create awareness for a program about health and hygiene, and seminar on vocational and career counseling, and many more. So this is our organization, Global Educator Fraternity. So, yeah, finish. So thank you. And then we are going to introduce to all of you about Indonesia. There are at least 300 ethnic groups in Indonesia, each with their own set of costume and distinctive cultural object. So learning about the culture of this exotic archipelago will not only ensure a more pleasant traveling experience, it will be also enrich the way you perceive the world, from religious aspect to social habit. Discover the things you should know about Indonesian culture. So today, we are going to introduce 5 culture in Indonesia, and this is representing 4 big island in Indonesia: Sulawesi, Java, Kalimantan, and Aceh. So for the first culture will be representing by Dr. Andy Asripang. He will be share to all of us about Sulawesi culture. Dr. Andy is the lecturer at Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidangrangkapang, South Sulawesi, Indonesia. He is also a head of student and alumni of 5 of Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidangrangkapang. Hi, Dr. Andy, how are you? His mic.
Oh, thank you, but the host, I'm still able to share my screen.
Okay, time is yours.
Good evening. Maybe somebody can change my position to co-host, please. I cannot share my screen.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and from Indonesia. Thank you for this wonderful event. I'm really to be a global educator fraternity.
Dr. Andy, I think you have to reshare it because it's not visible on screen. So kindly reshare once again.
Oh, okay.
Better you close your camera. This is your connection. Yeah.
Okay. Now, can you see my? Is it visible?
No, Kak, no.
Internet connection.
Internet connection. Better you close your camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
I think this is about the connection.
Sudah kelihatan belum sih?
Belum, Kak. No. Nothing. Yeah, okay. Okay now.
I close. Okay. How about now? Everyone can see my slide. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, kelihatan.
Today I will talk about the component in Buddhist science that's called Mapachi as element of Buddhist culture, which is faith in verbal communication. I just come in big topic about the language, culture, and thought. I would to thank you so much for the leader of global educator fraternity India, and then also
Dr. Muchmunya, I think he logged out.
Hello, Candy. Oh, yeah, he have bad connection. Maybe we are
Network
going to
glitches.
yeah.
Yes, so we can proceed when
okay.
you.
Yeah. He's back.
Yeah. Kelihatan. Can you see my slide?
Okay, I am not able to see.
No screen, Kak.
Can you see? No screen. Oh my gosh.
Dr. Andy, if you are facing network, if you are facing network issues, what you can do is you can off your video so that PowerPoint can be played easily. So just you can put off your screen.
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, everyone can see my slides here now.
Not
I'm
yet.
sharing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So maybe Kak will deliver to Dr. Nur Rahmawati and then come back to you. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Randy.
Yeah, okay.
I'm so really sorry about this a technical problem issue, the internet connection. So I will invite another speaker. About this is will be representing about Kalimantan or Samarinda, Samarinda culture. Kanda Dr. Nur Rahmawati, are you here? Halo Kak. Halo, Kak Nur Rahma. Oh, unmute, please unmute. Yeah.
I'm just trying to see the name. It's
Nor Dr. N-O-O-O-O.
Dr. Noor.
Nur,
Okay.
yeah, Nur Rahmawati. Yeah.
Yes, 1 second. It's not showing to me on the screen. It's not. Yes, I can see her now.
Yeah, okay. Welcome. Welcome, Dr. Nur Rahmawati. She is lecturer at Universitas Mula Warman, Samarinda, Kalimantan. Kalimantan, this is one of the big island in Indonesia. She is also the director of Mula Warman University Language Center. So, halo Kak Nur Rahma. Ya, halo Kak. Unmute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Finally. Yeah, because the message mentioned that I cannot unmute myself unless the host unmute.
Okay, so welcome back, Kak. So this is time for you. You can representing your culture.
All right,
Please.
thank you very much. Just hold a second. I'm going to do a screen sharing. I hope that it works and the connection will be fine. All right, is my screen shown on the, can anyone see my screen? Yeah, is it okay? Yeah,
yes,
all right.
it's visible.
Okay, Kak.
Thank you. All right, so thank you for this opportunity. It is night here in Samarinda, and good day for everyone in the other parts of the world. I'm going to introduce the culture of East Kalimantan. I'm Nur Rahmawati, and I'm going to start by reading this quote. I think this quote has a certain meaning. The beauty of our human differences really lies in its closeness to our sameness. Well, when we are talking about sameness here, we are talking about similarities. And when we are talking about similarities, then it relates to something that is similar between people, even though they are from different part of the world. Well, this sameness relates to culture. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the representation of culture from East Kalimantan. East Kalimantan is one of the biggest islands in Indonesia, and but the population is not as crowded as in the capital city. So we still have forests and we have wider area. And the ethnicities in East Kalimantan are from Dayak, Kutai, Banjar, Jawa, Bugis, Madura, and Tionghoa. So we have a mixed culture in East Kalimantan. So when we're talking about culture, we are talking about the definition of big C and small c. And when we're talking about big C, it represents the geography, business, festival, custom. And when we are talking about little c, it means that we are talking about something deeper, something invisible. The first thing that represent the culture of East Kalimantan is the traditional houses in East Kalimantan. So we have different kinds of houses in East Kalimantan. These houses, for example, Rumah Lamin, it is the traditional house from Dayak, and this is a long house. Yeah, this house was built by using a certain type of wood, and the way they built this house following certain stages. Yeah, and people who live in this house are not only 1 or 2 families, but they are maybe around more than 6, 7 family. Yeah, living in this long house. So this long house represent culture, because in this house people share their activities. This house is not only a place where they live together, but this house is a place where they conduct their activity, for example, ceremonial activity. And by looking at this house, we can see differences. Yeah, for example, the rumah adat Bulungan and rumah adat Pasir, we can see that there is a different there is a historical touch there. When we are talking about historical touch, we are talking about what happened in Indonesia a long time ago. So the Dutch colonialization also can be seen in this architect of these houses. The next is the traditional dress or traditional costume. A costume or a dress is not only a dress covering our body. This dress represent identity of certain culture. Yeah. So as we can see here in East Kalimantan, we have Dayak and we also have Kutai, and they both have different different traditional dress. And the Dayak culture, it has certain dress for the male and certain dress of the female, and also from the Kutai culture. Yeah, Dayak culture shaped by different kinds of color, as you can see, and also some symbol. Yeah, they have different types of hat. Yeah, so these types of traditional dress represent their identity as a certain group of culture. Yeah, food feed the soul. Yeah, and we all have soul, and people from different culture, they have different way of preparing the food. Even though, for example, in Indonesia, we consume the same type of ingredient, but the way we prepare the food is different. So people from, say, Sulawesi, where Ibu Mutmainah come from, will cook or will make different kind of dish, even though it is made from the same ingredient. And this represent the culture or the identity of different group of people. Like for example, in East Kalimantan, we have kalumpe or karwa. We also have sambal raja. Sambal is chili, yeah. But the way the sambal is made is different, and therefore it tastes differently. Well, sambal is always hot, but the way it is prepared represent a certain group of people, that is people from Kutai. Yeah. Next is the ceremonial, traditional ceremonial. These are only several popular traditional ceremony that were conducted by people from different ethnicities in East Kalimantan. Erau, for example, this is the ceremony conducted by Kutai, by the people from Kutai ethnicity, and Ngungu Tahun is the ceremony from Dayak people. This ceremony represents the activity, the belief of people from certain cultural group. Yeah. For example, in Erau, It represents how the king celebrate an event, and they would like to invite the people around the palace. So around means noisy, happy, joyful. So when this traditional ceremony is conducted, so people from all over the part of Tenggarong, where Kuta is located, are coming to the place to be able to participate in this traditional ceremony. Next is the forest. Yeah. Forest consists of group of trees and other living things, and I think this is a definition that we can find in a dictionary. But what does forest mean for certain group of people, particularly people from Dayak ethnicity, because they live in the forest? For people in Dayak, for Dayak people, forest has significant meaning. Yeah, it is as sources for food, water, medicine, a way to maintain natural resources, sources of cultural symbols, and even people's names. So yeah, but for other group of people, perhaps forest is just a forest. It's a group of trees. So that's why I think the environment also represent culture.
Okay, Kak.
To conclude, diversity and multiculturalism are thought to enrich societies and broaden horizons. People from one culture could share information regarding their own culture, which helps other cultures understand the rationale behind certain tradition and practices. I think this is a great opportunity that the GIF conducted, because in this way we can have better understanding toward other culture. And let me close this presentation by quoting Mahatma Gandhi's the nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Dr. Nur Rahmawati. Is very informative about Kalimantan culture. So yeah, you know, Indonesia, we have 300 culture and ethnic. So the next, I will invite Dr. Abdul Ghafur. He is, what about Dr. Randy? Yeah, okay. Welcome back. Yeah, okay, Kak. Okay. So time is your Dr. Randy.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. Let me to turn off my video because problem about connection. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum. Good evening, everyone. So I'm going to continue my presentation about one of the component in called Jesus, an element of this culture, which is going to be in non-verbal communication. I want to say thank you so much to the leader and the team of Global Educator Fraternity and all participant and speaker who are coming to share with today. As Dr. Mutmainah stated just now, that Indonesia nation 300 ethnic tribe and 19 traditional ceremony, and each tribe has its own traditional carrying their value in the society that deserve to be preserved, and the identity of the people commonly reflected through only the thing in Celebes or Sulawesi from the village, I think. In Borneo, Borneo, I mean in Kalimantan, I think also has a special traditional ceremony regarding to the marriage. And then many tribal culture in Indonesia require long process of ceremony for marriage, and the ceremony is so thick in the old tradition that is not sufficing marriage uh, 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 sacred moment for party. Uh, I'm not going to share about the component of the culture well itself because Dr. Nur Rahmawati has described. I just see some picture here about the culture in Bugis here. Let me see the traditional food here, and then also the traditional weapon like this. If everybody can see like this. This is the traditional weapon that from the Bugis, and then traditional hosts. Also, we have a different with every island in Indonesia, from the big island to the islands itself. And then Bugis, I think if you want to know Bugis itself, that's very easy to the Christian cross, the book called the Bugis. He stayed in near from Sea.
Oh my, the connection.
Okay, can you see my slide now?
Not yet, not yet.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, my connection. That's free now in my place. Can you see my slide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Christian Peluras, okay.
Yes. To know about Buddhism, Christian Taylor has described his book his book based on his research in Wajo, starting from I think almost 20 years he researched about the Buddhist, and then that's very easy to be known on the internet. Then this book consists of 10 chapters, and that's very comprehensive. Uh, here's some picture about uh, Mapache ceremony. The Mapache ceremony is ceremony that carried out some for the purpose of cleaning or puring the breach from bad things. And Mapache is also uh, uh, in the Buddhist side is the symbol of cleanness and purity from the breach and growth. Uh, from the name of Hena, Apache comes from the name of Hena. That's why in Buddhist called Pachi in English is a henna leaf, which can interpret it as a cleanness, and those the preparation of Mapachi means the cleanness which is done by both parties. Uh, the tradition was held 3 nights in the row. But now it is held only one night, and then which day before the ceremony. It is in a party preparation was only carried out by birds, and now generally originally Buddhist people carry out this some people, both in the yes. And then we have some stage in the Bugis tradition wedding party where the sing and then apply official that's Malino, and we have also conveyed the message that's called Tuara, and then finally it's called Mapas. Then after that, we invite all our family and relatives to come to our party, wedding party, and then after that we make and then we then us is impact. This is the piece of the stage of especially in party has some the meaning and the message of the symbol. Because we have some tool, we have 9 tools here. The first one is
Dr. Mutmanya, sorry to interrupt, but we have to maintain the time frame. It is more than 10 minutes, so we will have to maintain the time frame.
Yes,
And I'm pressing on the chat box also.
Yes.
So sorry to interrupt, but yeah.
Yes. And the second is self reflect and the moral skill, and the banana shot is the suitable life, and the is about the honesty and affection, and the actually for henna here about the holy and the clean symbol, and the jasmine rice this is about the blooming, and then candle here is the meaning of
okay. Okay, Kak, you can conclude. Maybe you can conclude.
Strong ball, and the last is a sign of leisure. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Kak. So, okay, thank you, Dr. Randy. So from Kalimantan, Kalimantan Island, and then we are to Sulawesi Island, and then our next trip, we are going to Java Island. I think Java is popular right now. So I will invite Dr. Abdul Gofur to representing Java culture. He is Associate Professor of Language Teaching at State Islamic Institute of Madura, Indonesia. He is also as editor-in-chief in journal Okara. So Dr. Abdul Gofur, are you there? How are you?
I can't see him.
Mike.
Is he there?
Yeah. He is also our president, Share to Care International Volunteer.
Can you just pronounce the name, because I've been searching his name.
Gofur, G-H-O-F. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
So Dr. Abdul Gofur will represent one of the culture. Yeah, Java.
Yeah, thank you. Is it audible?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Let me share my presentations. Okay, good evening, everybody. It is a wonderful session for us to share our culture. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm a Japanese people. Yeah, I'm a Japanese. Java will be one of the island in Indonesia that's around 120,000 island in Indonesia. Okay. For today's meeting, I would like to share a little bit of culture of Japanese. Actually, I have should explain this one for one semester actually, but I have a limited time for 7 minutes to explain about this one. Okay, it is a little bit of mine. It is my traditional cloth in Java, east of Java. Okay, what will be covered from first one? I'm going to talk about Java Islands and then the language itself, the culture, the traditional ritual, and then Javanese tribe. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, talking about Java Island, we talk about something that in historically Japanese social organization that in structure from relatively egalitarian rural communities. I mean, because up to now there is a kingdom in Java that has some kind of a prince there. To this kind of localities, a stratified society in the cities with their complex code of life. I mean, the style of the speech that's defined to the status differences between the person speaking. Okay, the first one, I'm to introduce you with Japanese writing. It is something that are different with others. The Japanese writing is considered as the old way of writing in the kingdom's era. These days, this Japanese language classes in school, when they're knowing more about the Japanese literature, including the Aksara Jawa. Okay, like this one, Hana Caraka, Datasawala, Pada Jayanya, Magabatanga. That's one the traditional written in ours. So kind of this one, Jalan Malioboro or Malioboro Street, written with this kind of traditional writings. Okay. Now, take a look on the language itself. Okay, as I told you just now that it will be stratified with different people, different speaking of people will be different type of speaking. The first one we call Ngoko language, and then Kromo language, and then Kromo Inggil language will be the highest stratification of the language itself. Okay, what about Ngoko language? The Japanese language actually has three branches. First, Ngoko language, and then Kromo language and Kromo Inggil. For the first one, this is like a common language that always used in the big cities around the central Java, East Java province like Surabaya and Malang. In this case, the usage of Ngoko is only for talking with the people in the same street only and non-formal communication. It is a wrong thing and considered as a rude act. If you're talking to some elderly people by using Ngoko language, it will be something that has that kind of impolite one. So if you don't understand about the Kromo, you better use Bahasa Indonesia when talking to them. Okay, what about the Kromo language? It will be the next level after the Ngoko language itself. That the Kromo language will be used in a more polite than the Ngoko language. If you're talking to someone older than you, you can use the Kromo language, not Kromo Inggil. For example, aku in Java, I am in English, and then pulo in Ngoko, and dalam in Kromo Inggil, like that's one. It will be the differences of the stratification itself. The other form of Japanese language is the Kromo Inggil that used to talk to someone well respected or old. You can also find the use of the language in certain areas around kratons or a bridge. It's actually easy to understand the language if you can do proper training with this kind of language. Just stay in the Japanese for about 1 hour, 1 month, you could use this kind of language. Okay, what about the religions? In Java Island, you can find many people with different religion. For example, there's an Islam, Christians, Buddha, Hindu, and also Confucianism. The people who live in some region in states of East Central and West Java, there's one religion that called Kejawen. The origin one of the Japanese will be called Kejawen. Okay. The Kejawen itself still used by old people around the village in this island, say in Java Island. For the teenager, as usually we use the other kind of religions such as Islam and Christian, Buddha, Hindu, and others. Okay. And the second one, something that is very famous in Java will be the puppet, or we call wayang kulit. Yeah, we call wayang kulit. The Javanese people have this kind of puppet called wayang kulit, or the leader's puppet, the puppet that made of a leader and represent the story of Mahabharata and other of unique stories that in kind of these ones. Okay, it is that different ones between Kalimantan, Aceh, Sulawesi, and others dealing with the spoken of the language. The count of character of Javanese people is so familiar with this one. The character of Japanese people is rather calm and peaceful. I don't know why other people give this kind of tagline for us. They often talk in a very calm voice. You can witness the act in the city like Yogyakarta or Solo and others places in Java. Okay, while take a look on the clothes, it will be the traditional clothes that has by Javanese people. We could say that patian. Okay, by this kind of hats we call blangkon. Okay, the hat will be called blangkon. It will be for rural people use this kind of blangkon without any kind of such kind of what's that mendolan in backside of the hats. Okay. Well, the other traditional code used by them, it is used when we got such kind of a marriage ceremony like this one. Okay, we say that it will be style paisan. Okay, it will be style paisan, and this one will be Pelis one. Okay, next. Batik will be traditional cloth in Java, around Java and also around Indonesia, and the world will be familiar with this kind of cloth. It will be handmade. Okay, it is handmade ones. Yeah, by the instrument that called chanting. Yeah. Okay, we need around 1 up to 3 months to finish one's item of this batik. Okay, it will be dealing with the difficulties one, their detail one of the batik itself. Okay, and really love the sweet food. Japanese will be famous with the sweet food around the Java. Talking about the food will be something that is a very sweet. Okay, I don't know in Sulawesi, Sumatra, and also Kalimantan will be different with this kind of food, but come to Japanese, you will found something that is sweet one. The Japanese people really love the sweet food. To find example, you can taste the gudeg in Yogyakarta that originally made cities like Jakarta, and compare it to the one that made in Jakarta. The Jakarta gudeg has more sweet taste. Again, sweet, and also sweet. Such kind of this one, it will be pecel, and it will be tumpeng and others. Yeah, something that's make us a very taste about this one. Okay, next. How about the traditional dance? There's so many kind of dance in Java, but in this case, I have to mention only 5. Yeah, 5 only. There are more than 20 traditional dance actually. The first one will be reog dance. This one, the pictures. Okay. The heavy ones around 100 kilo. Yeah, more than 100 kilo. This one. Then they only hit this kind. It is made of tigers leaders, and the other one will be the leaders of the peacock.
Yeah, stop here. It's more than 8 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Time was mentioned before.
Yeah. Okay, the next one will be ebek dance, golek menas dance, and also gandrung dance. Okay, kuda lumping will be this one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what about the traditional weapon in Java?
Stop here. You have already exceeded the time limit, so we have to move to our next guest, Dr.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Cultural heritage, and then the place. It will be our king for today. It will be our king, Hamengkubuwono X. Thank you for this kind of time. I'm back to the moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Abdul Ghafur, representing Java. This is the Jakarta is our capital, Indonesia capital in Java, Jakarta in Java. So our trip, we are from Kalimantan, from Sulawesi, from Java, and the next trip we are going to Sumatra or Aceh. Dr. Nurul Fadila, she will be presenting about Aceh culture. Just remind you, you have only 7 minutes to representing Aceh culture. Nurul Fadila, or she always, I call her Lulu, Dr. Lulu. She is English lecturer at the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education of IAIN Lok Sumawe. So the time is yours. She is still unmute. You can unmute. Nurul Fadila. The name is Nurul Fadila. She is here.
I have
She can
given
open.
you
Yeah.
I have given you co-host rights. Just see.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Time
Thank
is
you very
yours.
much. Yeah. I'm going to share my screen right now. It is about my tribes. Okay, is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the chance. Thank you, Ms. Rachna. Thank you, Ms. Moderator, the beautiful one, Dr. Mutmainah. Today, I would like to present about Acehese culture. I am Nurul Fadila, as Mem Mutmainah also called me Lulu. So I want everybody know me as Lulu too. I'm from in Lok Samawe, Aceh, Indonesia. So this is presented for Kaleidoscope around the world today, Thursday, 30 September 2021. Okay, as you see here, there are 23 total districts and cities in Aceh. So this is quite big actually, because we have different places and with different area, and also with different people inside. Okay, I would like to show you. This is a welcoming dance in our place, yeah, in Aceh. So only a little maybe, because I will skip it for sometimes, yeah. This kind of dance is also introduced or also studied by our students in our university, so they will aware, or they will know better about their culture. So we also have this in our university. We always give this kind of introduction for our students about the culture. Okay. This is the philosophy of the dance, yeah, Ranu Pelampuan. It's called Ranu Pelampuan. So it is because it is found in since 1959, until 1972. Because it is a change, the movement change. There are some modification. So the dance as an honored action to welcome guests, Ranop Sigapu, that is brought by the dancer. It is called Ranop Sigapu. It is a symbol, a good thing as a starter of any activities. So the guests will be welcoming with this dance, and also give this kind of this kind of food, yeah. So there are some philosophy from this food. Siri, it is consists of paper betel, a symbol of love and modesty, and also pinang, a symbol of honesty, kindness, kapur, a symbol of sincerity, gambir, a symbol of persistency, and the place that it is inside, yeah, put everything inside, called puan. It is traditional bowl, a symbol of the good characters of Acehese people. Okay, talking about culture, we are having some things, yeah, like an icon, food, some icons here, and also the traditional house, and also the dress, the traditional dress that recognized as Acehese dress, traditional dress. Okay, I'm going to show you on again a little thing about the Light of Aceh, part of Wonderful Indonesia. So maybe if you can get this in internet, in YouTube, this is how we introduce our place to the tourists, to the tourists. Oh, sorry. This is kind of an introduction to the tourists that Aceh is fantastic destination. Okay, talking about the culture again, as I mentioned to you before, that this is the icon of Aceh, that we call it Seramo Mekah, the first gate of Islamic religion. Yeah, Aceh's citizens are Muslims, 98%. Aceh is applied Sharia law called Kanun. Yeah, so Chinese people is known by its religion that is 98% Chinese, 98% Muslims. Okay, this is the traditional house of the Aceh. So actually, we have like we have some stairs, yeah, to make this kind of house in former time. But now it is changed. But still, this icon of a Chinese traditional house placed and also looked after by the government. It is placed in the capital city of Aceh in Banda Aceh. Oh, I forget to mention you about this. I put some notes. There are some languages is used in Aceh. So it is not different, a little different about Aceh, about language. So it will be different between Acehnese, Dewayan, Sigulai, Haloban, Nias, Tamiang language, Klut language, and Gayunis. So they have different like words, different intonation, different. This is various language of Aceh. So not only Acehnese itself, but it will they have various language too. This is the tradition and rituals, yeah, that have in our place. We call it in this is the word in Aceh. So I can mention, then you can now what is we call it in Aceh. Kenduri Blang. So this is in the growing season. And then the second one is Putren Ane. Putren Ane. This is to welcome newborn baby in family. So we make some function here. The third one is Samadiyah. Samadiyah, to pray for people who pass away. And then the next one is Baranu Pekeng Haba. It is an engagement ceremony. And then the next one is Maulid and Megang. This usually happen in our Idul Fitri and Idul Adha, the big day of Islam, yeah. Ceremony to welcome the big festival of Islam. And then the last one is Pesiju, the ceremony to pray for someone's safety and happiness in life. So this kind of rituals is happening all in our life every time.
Okay.
This one is Aceh's icons. We have Pintu Aceh, Bungong Jempa, Rencong, and Surunekali. Maybe if you ever visit Aceh or if ever heard about Aceh, you know Bungong Jempa. I will try a little sing a little for you.
Sorry, now we have to interrupt and cut you. It's more than 8 minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's 9 minutes. In fact, we would love to know.
Oh, okay.
We would love to know
Right.
about Indonesia, but we have time limit.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I will go. Aceh's traditional dance that we have, you have also found in the video. Yeah, Saman Sedati Rapai Geleng Ratu Jaro. This one is the dance that we have in our university that we teach our students. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, this one is the food or the culinary of Aceh. This is the traditional food of Aceh. Okay. You can see from the picture. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Lulu. When when you speak about Aceh or Sumatra, you know, I remember about the tsunami in Aceh.
Yes, yes, yeah. Thank
yeah,
you.
is this happening in Indonesia? So
Mhm,
for
yeah.
the next, after we are in the Sumatra or Aceh, next we are going to come back to Java. We'll be representing about Madura culture. This is Dr. This is will be representing by Abdul Wafi, but he have a bad connection. Maybe Dr. Lulu will share his video about Madura. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. So I will be help Mr. Abdul Wafi, yeah, as his representative for his presentation. We have here, sorry,
he have sent to you the link,
yeah,
and you can play.
Yeah.
Only take it.
Is it visible right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one visible.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
it's
Just bring it to the Madura.
Okay. Still. Oh wait. I'm going.
Yeah, just move to the Madura. Actually,
yeah,
I have watching his video. So just going to the next.
Yeah, this one is Maduronas people, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the next you can move to the Madura culture. Next. In the next again. Yeah, after this Madura culture, you can play. After this, yeah. Yeah, this one. Yeah, you can play. We do really hope we can hear Mr. Abdul Wafi voice. Look, we can hear anything. Your mic.
There is no sound. Do you mean there is no sound?
No
oh,
sound.
OMG, sorry. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah, you know Indonesia.
By Saronen.
We have
we usually use flute.
Sounding now, yeah.
And Madura is popular also with charok. But charok here,
This one is charok.
Initially it's not a negative thing, but as the time goes by, so it tends to be negative. Charok is about fighting one another by using cycle. Cycle means this is the cycle held by Pak Sakera. Pak Sakera here is a figure figure from Madura who is very brave in fighting against the Dutch colonialism. And in one of Madura's culture, we have Petik Laut. Petik Laut means here is Thanksgiving conducted by fishermen. Usually they decorate like a canoe, where inside the canoe there are many fruits, many foods, so they can take the foods, or they can drown the food into the sea. They believe that by doing that, so the fishermen can get much fishes or many fishes in their 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 fishery. And the next we have tari pecot here, whip dance. Usually it performed as the welcoming dance. when we have a formal event, for example. So usually pecot dance or whip dance. So the man here is holding a whip, so to welcome the guests. And there are other Madurist cultures, but let's say I just give you some of those cultures. Now let's move to talking about Madurist language. Well, if you see that Madurist language, like I gave you example just now, like hello, Cakanca Setejeh. Cakanca Setejeh means hello, all of my friends. Cakanca Setejeh. Cakanca means friends. Setejeh means all. Madurist language has three levels. The first is Enki Punten. This is the very formal language use. The second is Enki Anten. So this is medium, and the last is Enjaiya. This is informal, language level. For example, I give you if you want to say you or in kamu in bahasa Indonesia. So in Madurist language for Enki Punten, the most polite level, we say ajunan. You means ajunan. But if the lower level, then the formal one, we have panjenengan or sampean. And then the last one is hede or tika or beun. So we wear in Sumenep. If you say in Pamekasan, we say sleber, but when you say in Sampang and Bangkalan, we say leber. A very small island, but it is really, really beautiful. With you can snorkel there, and you can enjoy the wet sand. You can enjoy the fresh air, and we have also cave we call by Sukarno Cave, and here we have Bukit Cetih means Cetih Hills. So this is the place where people, mine the bricks. Swimming pool, and we have waterfalls. This is in Torwan. Torwan is located in Bangkalan. And we have kapal rindu. So rindu here is miss, when you miss someone. So you can come to this ship. You can enjoy the food there by enjoying the, eating in the sunset next to the shore. So there are a lot of tourism destination. I'm sure if you go to Madura, you won't be regret, because Madura, provide a very attractive and nah ero mana ica.
Okay.
Palebur tetioreng mak kempang.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Dr.
That's from,
Lulu.
yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, so this is from our culture, just a little bit, actually just representing to you a little bit culture in Indonesia. From Kalimantan, Sulawesi, Java, Madura, and Aceh, representing about dancing, food, custom, wedding ceremony, traditional foods. Yeah, Indonesia have 1,000, more than 1,000 language, 718 tribes, and 300 culture or ethnic. So wonderful. I hope you can visit Indonesia, take your vacation, and welcome to our country. So before we are closing our international webinar 7 days around the world, thank you to all of the keynote speaker have representing your culture today, and then representing big island in Indonesia, Kalimantan, Java, Sumatera, Sulawesi. Terima kasih. So I will deliver to invite Global Educator Fraternity, the core team for vote and giving thanks. And then I hope all of the audience don't miss it and always stay with us. We have tomorrow we have a next country. So thank you for having me as a moderator today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good night. Namaste. Mabuhay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Mutmunia. Just wait for our formal vote of thanks. And firstly, I would like to apologize if one person is not strict with the time. See, each country we take, we have lot to know, lot to visit, and lot to know. But if one doesn't maintain the time frame, we know that we have to stick. And see, I was cutting short. Then also we are just out of time. So with this, today I was having a lot of network fluctuations. So today I would request Mrs. Mahua Chakrabarti from GF family to give a formal vote of thanks. So over to you, Mahua ma'am.
It is my proud privilege to deliver the vote of thanks to the wonderful audience today, and especially Rachna Bhimrachka madam, the technical team, the eminent speakers of Indonesia. It was so wonderful to hear from you. Media personality, Dr. Syed Danish, and last but not the least, the excellent moderator, Dr. Mutmania. You conducted it so well, and it was so interesting and inspiring for all of us. And we could actually relate so well with all the speakers, because it is so interesting to see the multicultural culturalism depicted by Indonesia, like India, following Islam, Christianism, Buddhism, Hinduism. And we really got so enriched ourselves by the tempting cuisine, the traditional dance, the tribals, and especially in participating in today's webinar, we would really love to visit Indonesia, being a fantastic destination with its natural beauty. So though technical glitches are a part of online programs, a big thank you and namaste from India.
And with this, stay tuned. Tomorrow we will be coming up with Nepal, same timing, same Zoom link. So stay tuned to know more about Nepal. Till then, see you. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Good night.